So every now and then we get DMs or general inquiries about whether we have a 2 bedroom or 3 bedroom already existing that's available for sale. But whenever we encounter the category, we help them understand how when build and sell enters the conversations, it changes the conversations. Build and sell is for profit. And so what are the odds that the land will be sought, that the building was done, that financing was done at your comfortable entry point? That's even excluding profits. So why will not build and hope that it fits a certain class of people's budget? We would rather make it such that different people with different types of budget, with different income class, can access the housing market at their different comfortable entry point. Now there are two sides to that. The first is land ownership, because land ownership remains the bedrock for affordable home ownership. It's easy, it's more convenient, it's more affordable to have a home when you already have a land. So how do we make land ownership affordable for the middle class? And the second part of that is quality of life, which is directly tied to the location of the land. Because at what point is a cheap land that costs you more in transportation, that costs you more in mental health, that costs you more in wasted time in traffic? Because the fact is, a typical Lagos land is more expensive than the house or the building itself. And this is why we advocate for co-ownership, where 4, 5, or 6 people come together to own the land together. This is a form of fractional land ownership that allows individual person to own the exact portion on which their home sits, where they share the rest of the common spaces with other residents on the same property. For everyone that knows a terrace building or what a terrace building looks like, imagine that instead of waiting for the developer to build a terrace and you buy a unit within that terrace, you strip off the building and buy it while it is just at land. So you own that portion where that terrace would have sat, and then you share the compound with every other person. So what this helps you achieve is have access to prime land in a fairly prime location. So instead of waiting till the building is done and looking for 250 million, whether in cash or in mortgage, you start from when it is just land. You split that cost 4 ways, 5 ways, or 6 ways. And what that helps you to achieve is, say, for a land that costs 200 million divided by 5, you pay 40 million to acquire same land, same value that 50 million would have granted you on completion. And this is so relative and subjective that it helps you to enter the market at your comfortable price point. We've achieved the purpose of also granting you the flexibility to build at your own pace and at your own time, such that if what you have today is 100,000, you can take it to site. That instead of keeping your money in the bank till you have enough to buy materials, you can then start buying materials in bits. I hope this helps.